Look, I need to be honest with you, right from the start. If you're in a season of your life right now that feels like hell, if every day feels heavy, if you're tired, confused, maybe even a little numb, hear this clearly. When you're in hell, you don't stop. You don't sit down. You don't negotiate with your feelings. You just keep walking forward. One step, one decision, one day at a time. Because here's the part nobody really prepares you for. The hardest moments aren't when everything is loud and chaotic. The hardest moments come when the noise fades. When the holidays are over. When the motivation wears off. When it's quiet, and suddenly it's just you versus you. You know that feeling. When you made all those promises to yourself, you were excited. You felt good. You said, "This is the year I change. This is the year I get disciplined. This is the year I finally become who I know I can be." But then the excitement leaves. The energy drops. And now it's early mornings, uncomfortable effort, and nobody clapping for you. And that's where most people quit. Not because they can't do it, but because doing it without applause feels lonely. This is where everything changes. You see, discipline isn't about feeling good. It's about keeping promises when you don't feel anything at all. Doing what you said you would do, even when every excuse feels logical. Because every excuse, if we're being real, is just fear wearing a clever disguise. Fear of failing, fear of being embarrassed, fear of realizing you waited too long, fear of finding out what you're actually capable of. And let me tell you something important. That part of you that feels broken right now, that's not weakness. That's growth. It hurts because something inside you is changing. Muscles tear before they grow. Mindsets crack before they expand. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. Most people never expand their image of themselves. They carry around labels that were given to them years ago. Too average, not smart enough, not confident enough. And they live inside those limits like they're permanent. But what if they're not? What if you have energy, resilience, and strength you haven't even touched yet? What if you were born to do something meaningful with your life? And no, that doesn't mean becoming famous or rich or perfect. Sometimes the smallest actions create the biggest ripple effects. Sometimes showing up consistently, being reliable, being disciplined, and being honest changes more lives than you'll ever realize. But if you walk around believing you're disqualified, you'll miss the opportunities meant for you. Most people fail not because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. Or worse, they never aim at all. They just survive. They drift. They wait. Here's the truth people don't like to hear. You can't be anything you want just because you want it badly. We all have limits. But limits don't mean quit. They mean refine. They mean become the strongest, smartest, most disciplined version of yourself within your potential. Your real competition isn't other people, it's you. Your glory doesn't happen on a stage. It happens in the early morning when nobody's watching. When the alarm goes off and you don't feel like getting up, but you do anyway. When you train. When you study, when you work. When you keep going, even though nobody knows how hard it is. That's where success is built. Success isn't a destination. It's not one day. It's not when I get there. Success is a daily thing. It's how you structure today. It's the choices you make when no one is forcing you. It's the small disciplines that add up slowly. So slowly you almost stand to notice at them. And that's why most people don't do them. Because bad habits destroy you fast. But good habits build you quietly. And let me challenge you with this. What if your past mistakes don't disqualify you? What if they qualify you? What if the things you're most ashamed of are the exact experiences that give you depth, empathy, and strength to help others one day? You don't build confidence by winning all the time. You build it by doing what you said you would do. Over and over again. Confidence is just your reputation with yourself. That's why discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation is nice. Discipline is necessary. Discipline shows up when motivation is nowhere to be found, and don't wait to feel inspired. That feeling rarely comes first. Action comes first. Belief follows action. Identity follows consistency. If you want to be a writer, write. If you want to be strong, train. If you want to be disciplined, act disciplined. Nobody needs to give you permission. The moment you start doing it, you become it. And listen, life is not fair. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. That's real. But you still get to choose how you respond. You can react, or you can lead. You can let hardship harden you, or you can let it sharpen you. The people who win aren't the ones who avoid difficulty. They're the ones who decide, I'm not quitting today. Even when their brain is screaming to stop, even when it feels endless. They take control of that 1 second, that one moment where quitting feels tempting. They calm their mind. They say, I choose to stay. And those seconds add up. Wave after wave of inconvenience will come. That's guaranteed. But no day will ever go exactly how you want. Waiting for perfect conditions is how dreams die quietly. Don't announce every move. Don't post every plan. Keep your head down. Do the work. Let the results speak later. Bet on yourself. And then bet again. Sacrificed weekends. Sacrifice. Comfort. Sacrifice the version of you that just wants things to be easy. Because average is the enemy, and greatness is a choice you make daily, not someday. Today. So ask yourself this. Are you making yourself better right now? Or are you standing still? Because standing still is still a decision. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to start. Here now. 1 habit. 1 promise. 1 disciplined action. Stop chasing perfect. Chase progress. Let yourself stumble. Let yourself learn. Let yourself grow. Because the outcome isn't the prize. The process is the person you become while you're working, struggling, and showing up. That's the real reward. And one day, you'll look back and say, that was hard, but it was worth it. So keep walking, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. If this message hit you, comment iron below. This channel isn't for everyone. Only for those who choose discipline over comfort. Subscribe if you re one of Tim. I'll see you at the top.